All right. Good morning, guys. What's good? Hope you're doing well. I feel good, but I have like extreme form of allergies. And today it's just minor, but it's getting started. So if I'm sneezing, might make those those nasty as nose sounds. I don't know how to call it in English, but essentially I'm trying to not do it, but if I do it, my bad. Don't mind it. I can't stop it. It's just my allergies are so bad. So welcome to the forecast today. It's Sunday the 21st. Um, we started the DXY. I actually did try to do one video before this, and I said I do my raw material, but I was started sneezing so much that I literally had to do a sentence like 15 times, and I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm gonna redo it. Oh, sorry for that. So we got this trend line here. We're gonna make a forecast, by the way, if I didn't say that. We got that trend line over here. We had bearish structure internally. Um, Overall, we knew that we were waiting for bullish PA here. Why bullish? Because we had a high, we had a low, then we had that bullish break over here. We overall know that we took these lows, so we want to take the highs. So for now, high time frame wise and looking at price behavior wise, well, why look at price behavior? This is not like impulsive. If this was an impulsive break, I would have said, okay, we can see a retracement into these areas here, and then we can see a continuation. But looking at how price is moving right now, this weak ass break, this might just have been a liquidity grab, and we can see now after that correctional PA, you can see that price picks up momentum and takes out this these highs, this trend line that we had over here, and these internal highs we had over here. Now we are still in this bearish range, so we can still look for sell trades now from the premium. We took internal range liquidity on the bearish range, so it is quite valid to look for short trades on DXY, meaning long trades, and on EU and GU. But yeah, now I marked out that high to see what happened. Nothing special happened there. Unfortunately, would have been cool, but then the past 2 weeks, what can we see? We had this structure being formed over here internally to that red one. We had a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. And I was expecting this low to be taken as we didn't break that strong over here. We had 1, 2, 3 equals. Therefore, I was not looking too long there. I was pretty careful with my longs, or I was not look at these areas. I was not looking too short on EU or GU. I was careful with my trading, but essentially we started to form bullish structure and momentum picked up, and we broke bullish now on this red structure, and that's it. Now, interesting, what we can see here is the inducement of sellers. We can see that price impulses up, and then just before taking out this high, it induces sellers into the market. People think, okay, we took that high, we might either see a discount on this bullish range, or maybe there are some support and resistance traders, as this is quite of a supportive area. If we pull this across from these lows, these highs here, we can already see it. If we pull that across, we can see that price stumbles into this area quite often. Over here, return, continuation, rebound or bouncing, and then continue up. Same story here, same story here. So it is quite of a support and resistance area, inducing sellers essentially into that market that don't understand the concept of trading support and resistance or trading key areas. And then what can we see? Second high is taken, third high is taken. This was an internal high that lead to that low, but essentially for a yeah, it was just that high was taken. And we knew that we had this trend line over here. So for price to be valid to look for longs on EU and GU, we would have needed to wait for a price to take out all of that liquidity to get the highest probability setup. And essentially, we can see we came above this high. We induced sellers again. Then we came above this high, and now might see some real. We might see some real relief in PA, and we might see price continue down now. Well, not continue, but essentially get deeper into that discount as we took all internal range liquidity. Now, if we look at the daily, we can see again that beautiful price. Oh, yeah, we just closed above here, but essentially left those wicks here. Same story here. We even open below that liquidity, and then we get that turnaround. And for now, I wouldn't say have strong bearish PA or any confirmation, but we can see that after almost 1 week of bullish PA, and especially on Thursday, where we had this strong bullish candle, we can see that relief. 1 hour wise, what does that look like? Okay, we can immediately see that we have this break of structure, return to discount, return to premium over here. And then we get that continuation down, breaking down here again, return to premium. And now we are inside this bearish range where we already reached the premium. We can also see that this lag doesn't have any internal range liquidity. Could maybe class this as your internal range liquidity, but not really. So yeah, sorry, Hawk. I will try not to do that. It's so nasty. I don't even like it myself. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I did it again. Okay, so high time frame wise, what are we looking at? We got two scenarios in our hands. Actually, yeah. Let's go out. Let's go for two. We got one price now continuing down as we took that internal range liquidity, whether it's from here, whether it's slightly higher. Maybe we got a return to discount, one more continuation up and react from this area up here. Why up there? Well, we can see that we have this overall supply zone like this on the daily. Now we already tapped into that, but if we go lower, well, actually we can stay on the daily though. Let me stay on the daily for this. We can see that we have a nice daily fair value gap that sits over here inside our supply zone. Of course, what sits above a fair value gap, a PY. So we have the PY over there, daily PY, but essentially we have this fair value gap. So we might see a relief now coming into this week, Monday, Tuesday, and then Tuesday maybe set the tone for the week up. And then Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we move up. I don't know if there's news, so let's me look into that. Monday is Canadian bank holiday. Then damn, goddamn, a lot of news on EU on Tuesday, PMI. Then on and then USD as well. So want to be careful on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, 24th, we have CPI GBP. We have Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks, and Treasury just speaking. Oh, we got FOMC. So we might see slow price action until or very easy. Well, we got news on Tuesday as well, but other than that, you might want to wait for the FOMC meeting. If you are a very, very conservative trader, you wait for the FOMC meeting, you wait for the news to come out, and then you create your bias based on that. Thursday, as usual, job claims. And then on Friday, we got durable goods, PCE price index. Quickly check it out. This one. Yeah, the rest doesn't matter really. FOMC minutes, that's something a lot of traders will wait for. So hold up, let me write it down. I want to see what their expectations are for FOMC. Read about expectations plus how do you say it? Forecasts. FOMC minutes. Quite important thing, FOMC. So, and today I want to really focus on my trading. Well, not focus all day on trading, just get my head into the right space, into the trading mind again. And then I can just do my other work while I know that I'm sharp in my trading as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's scenario one, where I said that price might come down here from this area, essentially, whether it's like this and then continue down or a instant turnaround. And then we got that continuation. Oops, I just closed my screen. Second option, which I'm kind of favoring because of this weak break here and the correctional PA down and the momentum the price has right now is that price comes down and we just, well, what is this? And we just continue up from here and get into that deeper discount. This is more long term, as you know, because this is quite a distance compared to this. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for now. If we look at liquidity, we got liquidity up here. We got open areas up here. We know that we took this. So for the XY, that's a very possible thing to happen. Now, if you zoom in, as I did already, we are inside bearish structure. Currently we are inside bearish structure. On the 1 hour / 50-minute or dash, not slash dash. I think it's dash. It doesn't matter because of this. But we also know that we had this area liquidity grab. So essentially looking like this, grab that liquidity, sweep that liquidity over here. And then we got that bullish range we are working in right now. And as we said, we are playing with high time frame momentum. And although Friday was a relief day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were just a continuation of this momentum. And therefore, I'm still favoring long price action on DXY, meaning further shorts on EU. Now let's go to EU. And I already marked this out in the previous video I made, but look at this. So we have the trend line over here, and we can see last week we pushed down. Then I think this is Monday. Monday we got that relief. Then on Tuesday we can see that we had that liquidity grab candle kind of formation where we grab liquidity. We go to the 4 hour. It's better to show you. But essentially, we can see that on a 4 hour, we never closed above that liquidity. We grabbed it, and then we got that turnaround. 1 hour wise, even better to see how we got those slowdown candles inducing sellers that want to sell from this area. And then we can see that this candle has a huge wick, small body, then inside bar, and then we got that. Well, this is not a large candle, but it's a strong bearish candle as it has short wicks essentially. Then this is a inducement candle again. You can see you are still bullish. This is nice to go. I don't know if I went over this, but this is very nice to see. You can see that just reading from these candles, you can see that this is an inducement candle as we were inside that bullish range there. And if you just look at it on the 50-minute, there you go. Look at this candle. Huge wick to the downside, then bullish closure, inducing buyers into the market. And then building up liquidity, and then instead of coming above that liquidity, people try to keep longing here, smart money buyers, and then they got just slaughtered. And this was already after stock market open. So yeah, we got that for now. Sorry, fucking hell. I should stop swearing as well on these recordings. My bad. And essentially last week I said we had this high, we had this low, we had this lower high, lower low, lower high, and now we're working with this range. So forecast for next week. Well, let's first look at the weekly candle. So last week was a huge bearish candle. This week is kind of a slower bearish week already. So coming into that 4 hour for value gap, This might be an inducement now, as we took 1, 2, 3, 4 lows, and then we might see price reach that premium, maybe take out this internal range liquidity over here. So, oh, you can't see the range from here, but the range is essentially from this high down to this low. So we might see that return to premium and then that continuation down, taking out this last low here. We got relative equals over here as well, although this one swept this area and reacted from this demand zone. But yeah, it's a shit area for price to move from now. Now, interesting as well is we still have this low up to this high, and now we reached into that discount. So it is very valid for the higher time frame for price just to move and continue bullish. However, as we said on DXY, there's a lot of room to the upside on DXY, meaning that we might even take out these lows. If that happens, and then I'm expecting maybe a relief and then a continuation down to reach into that discount of this overall, that was horrible, of this overall bullish leg, which starts here, and essentially price needs to take that internal range liquidity from these lows, and then we might see that continuation of the bullish price action on EU, as it is. Yes, as dollar is stupid weak, so yeah, we don't. For the long term, we are looking at high pricing on dollar. Anyway, we know that we have this key level up here as well. And knowing that we have that key level, we have 1, 2, 3 previous weekly highs sitting. Is this a previous weekly high? Yeah. So we got 3 previous weekly highs, and up here, well, those are just labels, but essentially we got some equals over here, which is way more important. And I'm seeing those equals being taken out, coming into that higher area of that 4-hour supply zone. We have area above here, above that key level. You can see how strict this key level actually is. We got that movement here, we got movement here, we got movement here. Then we return over here to that key level, we get that continuation down. So although we don't use it for our trades, we can see that it's a very strong level, a magnetic level, a psychological level, whatever you want to call it. It attracts price action, and that's it. And that's why we are aiming to get there. So yeah, for EU, for now, forecast wise, we're looking to play this most recent range into the premium, take out internal range liquidity, and then a continuation down. Now, if we break this down further, what do we want to see? We want to see this bullish range, which is almost identical. Hold up, let me show you. Let's give this a different color. Let's do this one. So we got this bullish range over here. If we just quickly take off, that makes it way easier to read. And if we just flip it, option I, and now watch this. This is DXY. So this is DXY with inverse charts. If we go to EU, normal charts, this is what it looks like, almost identical. So that's why I like to trade EU with DXY's confluence, because DXY is not just EU, but consists 67% out of EU. So yeah, for now we're playing this most recent range, and we want to see that premium really before looking for any shorts. There are a couple of lines which are confusing me right now. What is this? This can go. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, so longs into this premium area at least, and then I still want to play that momentum we have right now and play those most recent structures. We don't need to. Price might continue up. Why can price continue up further? Well, we know that we have this high down to this low, which is also a fairly very valid area, very valid range. But then it would mean that we see a lot of inducement of sellers probably over here. We have to play against these structures, which is a bit annoying. It might make price action harder to read, and it might give us more options than we want, as because we then come into, let's say we come into this area and we got this, then it's still valid to buy from this area as we return into a discount of that internal bullish structure, knowing that we have a trend line over here we can target. So let me actually point that out to visualize it. We got this trend line over here we can target. And with that return to discount, we might look for longs here, but shorts are very valid as well, as we have that most recent internal range structure here. And therefore, it might confuse us as we can trade two ways. Well, there's a very simple, easy answer to that is just wait for price to continue down or price to come above these highs. But we don't have the time for that as a scalper, because this is Tuesday, this entire week of price action, and we don't want to wait. Well, you can wait an entire week. I have a busy week anyway next week, so I'll be monitoring price. I don't know if I'll be trading. I'm waiting for my funded account anyway. Oh shit, I should not say that. But yeah, I'm waiting for that live account. So yeah. Yeah. So we'll just mark out the options for now. There's maybe an inducement here. Option 1. Option 2 is above here. Maybe grab some liquidity, then get that continuation up. That's the maybe for this week, one of those two. Well, there's not much possible outside of that. And overall it's a bit hard. We got that momentum now, so but we still have those highs above here, so we gotta wait for that and see what happens. For now, I just focus on my most recent structures here. And yeah. Now GU. Okay, wait, EU. So DXY, we said we are above these highs, most recent structures, so we can expect price to continue down. However, based on price behavior, we might see price continue bullish, meaning bearishness on EU and GU. If we see that relief, by the way, on DXY, which I talked about over here, is coming down into here and then continue up, will mean that we have that relief on EU as well, coming up here and then continue down. Would be nice. Okay, so like short trades. Now GU then, it would mean that GU gets that relief as well. And on GU, we have beautiful PA now. We got, just from the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we broke bearish over here. Let me take this off. Ooh, wrong one. This one. Take that off. We got that bearish break over here. Oops. That was not the right candle. This is the right candle. We got that bearish break over here. We took a previous month weekly lows. But we essentially got that most recent structure continuing bearish, just like EU and DXY. Now, if we look at the daily, what can we see? We can already see that Thursday. So Wednesday was that inducement candle, where we can see that this is Wednesday. We can see the immediate turnaround after we took out these lows. We look at the daily, we can see that in the size of candle. So people will think, all right, we can buy here. Why do they think that as well? Well, yeah, boy, look at this. We got this kind of support area on the daily over here. And after that bullish closure, people will try to buy here. If we pull that across, we can see it is a very valid area again, as we react from it over here as well. And people will try to buy there. we know better. Well, according to our strategy, we know better. There are people that buy there according to their strategy and still get a winning trade, so we can't judge them for that. We take out all this bullshit over here. The Asia highs up here. We follow this structure up here. This was so clean. Take out this, and now we are, for now, we are inside this bearish range. And that, again, this doesn't line up with EU though. Oh, it does, actually, my bad. Because we have the bearish range on EU as well. But we didn't reach the premium yet, meaning that GU might come up higher even and continue down. Now, one thing I can see immediately is that we react from this ugly ass supply zone from Asia. And if we look at that, we can see that we have to sweep and then that, so we gotta, let me show you, we get a, oops. We get a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, then we get that return to premium. Actually, we got that sweep. Sorry, my bad. We get that sweep, and then we get a continuation down. And from this area, we can see that price came into this. I think it's a 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, beautiful. So came into that 1 hour fair value gap over here. Just missed the PY into the 1 hour supply, and then we got that move down. Now we can see we are forming equals up here, down here, meaning lower price action on GU is very valid. We also know that higher price action on GU is very valid because we are bearish on this red range that took a lot of higher time from liquidity. So if we zoom out, we know that we took these highs over here. We also know that we are in a premium of this overall higher time frame range. And we took the major internal range liquidity right now. So we might see GU go for a huge relief rally into the lower areas. We know that we have, hold up, let me get more intricate. We know that we have these lows up down here. How can I make it more visible like this? So we got all these lows down here, still valid, still huge pool of liquidity. We know that we have this area here that swept this one, so we got a low, high, well, not a return to discount, but essentially higher low, higher high, bearish break, bullish continuation. So we get that sweep here. So we might actually see price coming to below these lows. So I'm gonna mark them out. You can see price coming come below these lows like this. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe give us some relief again here because DXY. Hold up, DXY can come a little bit lower. If we get a full relief from DXY and then a continuation, it would mean for GU to come above these highs, as I said, and then a continuation down. But other than that, you might see price continue down from here, come below this lows, and then either continue up or, oh shit, doesn't let me. Or we might see it come down, maybe calm down, come up. Oh, oops. Come up, take that internal range liquidity, and then continue down. Now, why do we want to continue down? We know that we broke bullish on a couple of structures, not just the red one. We also have this blue structure, which took liquidity here and then got that continuation up. Meaning that if we come below all those red structures, we reach into a nice discount, taking out that correctional PA over here. Mentioning that we know that this is correctional, so got daily fair value gap sitting here. This is quite correctional, so this might be quite impulsive and might like induce sellers into the market. They want to continue lower. It is very valid for price to continue lower. Why? Well, we got this daily demand zone over here, and on DXY we got is it this one? Well, No, so yeah. And on DXY, we got these higher areas as well, which are quite valid to look for longs from shorts, meaning longs for GU. Now that we took that, might gives us that relief rally after that liquidity grab. But yeah, for now, GU, I will wait. Fuck, oops, 1 second. I'm playing these structures right now. So we got bearish, high time frame red structure. Come on. Yeah, we got high time frame bearish red structure. We got internal range bearish structure. And if we go lower, just like on EU, just like on DXY, we got bullish structure going on here, but we got those equals here. Now, do we have that on? So on EU, it is more like liquidity grab and then bullish break, while on GU, it is equals being formed and then bullish break comes here, but with the equals to the down. Actually, bullish break comes here, and then we had this leg from this low up to this high over here. Then we got nice. We got that return to discount over here, and we got that continuation for GU now. We are inside this bullish range on the 15. We can see that internal liquidity sweep into that supply zone, but now compared to I think no, it's similar. This last leg doesn't have any liquidity over here, though we might follow it as we. So this last leg doesn't have any liquidity, meaning that for liquidity, for a liquidity play, EU should come below here and then continue up. What the fuck was that? Sorry. So for EU to continue based on liquidity, we should come below and then continue up. That would be nice, but what liquidity did we take to the upside yet to come below this one? We took this high, but that's a structure. That's not liquidity. So we might as well see something like, what am I doing? Oh, wait. I'm using the arrows. Let me use this one real quick. So we might just see that continuation up and then that relief and then that continuation or that move down. Same with same with GU, but GU has those equals. So I'm hoping price will continue this structure. Maybe we get something like this, as we already reached into that premium, is that we get something like this. Price breaks below here. And then we got nice supply area. Well, not nice suppliers, but we got supply area sitting over here. And then we can see the continuation out down, taking out those equals. I can see that I drew double lines here. And then take out this liquidity pool. So yeah, GU following the most recent structure for now as well. But we know that overall we can come up higher and short from there. And we also know that EU has the same story here, following the structure up on this internal range here until we reach that, actually reach above this liquidity, and then we can look for shorts, but more confidence from these supply zones. And then we can see that continuation down. What's there for EU still to take? Well, it's these two lows. So both GU and EU have liquidity still to the downside to take and reason to move down. Both have reason to relieve and correct into higher pricing to then continue down. Same for GU, we took internal range liquidity, so we have reason to move lower. But for now, we're playing this most recent structure here and expecting price to come deeper. So yeah, we can really go anywhere. Of course, we can always go anywhere, but for now, I would say trade the most recent structures. Keep in mind that we can reach higher, can reach into premium and discounts of higher time frame ranges, more major ranges. But with the momentum now and still with that higher time frame, liquidity, those liquidity grabs on the higher time frame, those liquidity placements on the high time frame, I would say just focus on that recent structure. I hope it was a little bit clear. Sorry for the noises. I hope it's useful. If not, it was useful for me, so that's what it's all about. Essentially, this stuff is all for me in the end. Wish you guys good luck. Let's get it. I hope I can upload this. I hope I don't have issues. Peace out.